I always find that the opening up of empathy with the individual who is asking for the change to be made is crucial.
Look, the basic issue, and it's a very important and I think fascinating issue, is we classify everyone as in our in-group or out-group. It's something we've done, you know, throughout our evolutionary history, and we've kind of evolved to not trust many people, to put most people in our out-group and a few people in our in-group. And what happens in the brain is when someone is in our out-group, we just use a totally different brain network to process every single bit of data from them than if they're in our in-group. Like, I'm talking about physical movement. A study last year showed we process physical movement differently from an out-group member. Right? Forget about words. But then, you know, a study at Harvard showed processing basic language from someone and even who they are, everything. We use a whole different brain network to if we're processing information from someone in our in-group. Now, in our in-group, we process what they're saying as if we're actually thinking our own thoughts. Right? We get a much more robust processing. Okay? So what you're saying basically is, you know, executives are naturally in the out-group, and sort of the higher the executive, the more senior the person is, the more they're even in the out-group. And there are two things that create in-group robustly. One is shared experiences. Okay? And what you're talking about with the leader saying, let me tell you about the challenges I've had, what I've got to change, you know, there's a real sense of shared experience there. Okay? And that sort of shared humanity. Oh, this person's a human, this person's like me. And in that moment, you get this lovely oxytocin response that helps to offset the threat response. And you now classify this person more as in your in-group. Now, the second thing is shared goals. When you discover your enemy has shared goals, they kind of become your friend. There's an old saying, you know, around that. And what happens is when we have shared goals with someone, it's even stronger than shared experiences. So if you can combine the two, shared experiences and shared goals, you can go from strong out-group, where people just aren't even really processing your words, to in-group, where they're actually taking your words seriously.